Welcome back to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. We are still on the road to Clash at the Castle, and we have a hell of a SmackDown card here for you tonight. In our first contest, Raquel Rodriguez challenges Dakota Kai for the Women's United States Championship. Dakota Kai looks to make her first successful title defense against the Judgment Day's Rodriguez. Cody Rhodes takes on Grayson Waller ahead of his WWE Championship match at Clash at the Castle. Shinsuke Nakamura goes one-on-one with Otis. Solo Sikoa versus JD McDonough in our main event. Winner will challenge for the Women's Championship at Clash at the Castle. Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill. What a show, and we will kick things off with a championship match. After chasing this championship for weeks, Raquel Rodriguez gets her title match against the champion. Of course, Rodriguez unsuccessful in being in that inaugural championship match for the Women's US title. Of course, lost alongside Natalya to Naomi and Dakota Kai. Naomi, another woman who has been chasing this championship. Rodriguez, though, gets the first crack at this woman. The first inaugural Women's United States Champion defeated Naomi to win this title, member of Damage Control, and making her first title defense, looking to make it a successful one, Dakota Kai. Dakota looking to defend that title around her waist successfully. Held it for a couple weeks now, defeating Naomi to win it, and now doesn't want I guess what will be called for the foreseeable future a Street Profits title reign. Profits held those World Tag Team titles for all of 2 days before losing them to the War Raiders. Dakota Kai looking to have a long and prosperous title run as she will take on Rodriguez here for this championship. Gotta think Judgment Day members watching backstage. Liv Morgan gotta be hoping her friend can get the job done, bring him home some more women's gold to the Judgment Day. Morgan will find out who she will compete against at Clash at the Castle later on tonight. But right now it's about these two women, Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez. Title on the line in our opening contest on SmackDown. Here in Universe Mode, we got title matches all the time here on the weekly shows as these two lock up. Rodriguez, of course, has a significant size advantage that she is going to use to her advantage right there, just shoving Dakota Kai off her. But now backing her up against the ropes. Referee gonna tell him to sort it out. Rodriguez backs off. Respect here. A number of respect. Remember, when Rodriguez came into the WWE, I believe she was aligned with Dakota Kai, or at least they have been aligned before in another world, as Rodriguez, huge clothesline to the back of Dakota's head. Raquel now picking the bones, but the champion is not going to go down like that. Looking to make a strong title defense as Rodriguez with the roll-up only gets a 1. I mean, even if she gets past Rodriguez here, Dakota Kai knows that she has a lot of competition breathing down her neck. Of course, gotta think Naomi is gonna want another shot at that championship sooner or later. Natalya, of course, did not take the fall in that qualifying match. Dakota just using those kicks to her advantage. Huge. No, Rodriguez lets her free fall. Back and forth contest to start off SmackDown. Huge backbreaker from Rodriguez. Natalya was not involved in that fall way back when, and this is a strong SmackDown women's roster. You gotta think, even the likes of B-Fab gonna be looking to make a name for herself. Yeah, Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae. I mean, this is a big roster of people who want that championship. Dakota Kai definitely gonna have to have eyes in the back of her head as Rodriguez. That is, if Rodriguez doesn't win the championship, I guess. She is dominating here the majority of this contest, as she's just going to slam Dakota's knee against the mat. Kai with a history, an extensive history of knee injuries that Rodriguez is looking to take advantage of as she scouts the champion here. Could be looking... No. Thought she might have been looking for that Tayana bomb, but Dakota is going to fight back. She wants to keep that championship. You know, she gotta think this rivalry between Damage Control and the Judgment Day, at least in the back of Dakota's mind, she has to be thinking about Io Sky. Lost the opportunity at that WWE Women's Championship to Morgan in an Extreme Rules match, partially due to Raquel Rodriguez, who interfered in the match with her music. Oh my god, powerbomb! Payana bomb modified 1, 2. No, Dakota Kai. That might have been a 3. Referee, little testy there, but Dakota Kai just barely escapes, but she might not be escaping for long. Huge elbow drop to the heart of the champion. That's going to be a cover. 1, 2. And we have a new Women's United States champion. Wow. Just an elbow to the heart of Dakota Kai just puts her down. You know, gotta think maybe Dakota got in her own head. Thinking about her hatred of the Judgment Day. Raquel Rodriguez, all business. And just like that, she is your new Women's United States champion, letting Dakota Kai have a whopping reign of 1 month with that championship. Impressive nonetheless. Dakota Kai's name always going to be etched into history as the inaugural, but she is not any longer. Raquel Rodriguez brings another championship home to the Judgment Day in very surprising opening contest. Goodness, I'm a little razzled by this. I'm a little without words. Huge victory from Raquel Rodriguez. She is, like it or not, your new Women's United States champion. Wow, is all I have to say to that. Raquel Rodriguez is your new Women's United States champion. Dakota Kai's reign comes to a close at 28 days. Yes, we keep count of these things here in Universe Mode. 28 days for Dakota Kai, the inaugural Women's United States champion. But Raquel Rodriguez has all the glory. Cody Rhodes, a man looking to become the inaugural WWE champion, takes on Grayson Waller. Seth Rollins, his opponent at Clash at the Castle, defeated Grayson Waller last week, and Cody Rhodes does the same. A little bit of a stare down with Rollins after the match. Both of these men looking to become the first world champion here on SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura, after talking to Akira Tozawa last week, perhaps trying to pry him away from the Alpha Academy, his partner Otis did not like that very much. These two go one-on-one, and Nakamura gets the victory. Kinshasa staring Tozawa dead in the eyes as he gets the 1-2-3. Shinsuke Nakamura possibly looking to coerce Akira Tozawa to the dark side. We'll keep an eye on that. Solo Sikoa, another man, I guess a man, looking for justice for Jacob Fatu, attacked in the parking lot at Backlash. Takes on JD McDonough in singles action. Took down Dominic Mysterio last week, and JD McDonough gets the upset victory. Mysterio tripped Sikoa up, allowed JD McDonough to roll up the U.S. champion. Possible title match incoming for JD McDonough, or possibly Dominic Mysterio. Can't imagine Sikoa will be happy allowing Mysterio to interfere in his matches. But it is main event time. Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill. Winner faces Liv Morgan at Clash at the Castle. If I'm not mistaken, series debut for this woman, the man, Becky Lynch, in her just ridiculous gear. My god, those colors are rough. Anyways, Becky Lynch is here, looking to make a statement in at least the first match we've seen firsthand. One of these two women takes on Liv Morgan at Clash at the Castle in just over a week's time. Will it be Becky Lynch, or will it be this woman, who we have also not seen much of directly, but she will certainly be looking to make an impact? Jade Cargill is here. Liv Morgan possibly has the misfortune of being the champion. Of course, you know, you always want to have that world title, that WWE Women's title, but it's fair to say that this is the most stacked women's division here in WWE right now. Got these two women, Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill, Asuka and Io Sky of Damage Control going to be gunning for that title. You've got Rhea Ripley, of course, I mean, suffered a loss last week, but Rhea Ripley lurking nonetheless. Just what a lineup Liv Morgan has to contend with, knowing that her first opponent here is going to be one of these two women. Powerhouses of the division, one figuratively, the one you're looking at right now, quite literally. One of these two looks to challenge Morgan at Clash at the Castle in 8 days' time. Will it be Becky Lynch? Will it be Jade Cargill? Well, we're about to find out. Lynch goes right for the clothesline there, wasting absolutely no time taking down Jade Cargill. Cargill has the power advantage. Maybe a little bit of a duplicate of her first match. Here's a Cargill just shoves Lynch down. Becky Lynch gonna have to use her speed, her agility, her craftiness to get past Cargill. Jade Cargill, maybe not the physical, height-wise specimen that Raquel Rodriguez is, but Cargill, I believe, a former bodybuilder, correct? Powerful woman, one of the most powerful, strongest competitors here in the women's division. Lynch now gonna take Cargill down with a big kick. Both these women, their eyes on the prize. Gotta think Liv Morgan probably popping champagne while watching this match, celebrating with Raquel Rodriguez. Gosh, Cargill gets out of the modified tequila sunrise. As Lynch begins a enziguri does not hit the mark. As Cargill, don't tell me, oh my god, deadlifts Becky Lynch, just gonna lift her over her head and slams her right back down. Gonna go for the cover there. That's gotta be a little bit of insult to injury. One, no, Becky Lynch able to get back to her feet to a level playing field, but no, Cargill is just gonna lay in the beating. Jade up top. What could Cargill be thinking? She's gonna taunt Lynch a little far away. Cargill thinks twice of it. Possibly the right decision there. Lynch, crucifix bomb there. Beautiful. Beautiful execution from the man. As Becky is now gonna look for that arm breaker. Ouch. Warming up that arm, possibly for the disarm her. Looking to make Jade Cargill tap, but Cargill kips right up. She's gonna go for Lynch. Flatliner. My goodness, Becky rolls to the outside. Smart from Becky Lynch, the veteran in this scenario here. These two just gonna exchange blows now. Becky Lynch gonna have to use that veteran savviness to take down Jade Cargill. Cargill, of course, has some years in the business by now, but she's still a little green. Quite, I mean, if you look at her gear, literally and figuratively. As Lynch and Cargill just gonna trade blows now. Hard to see which one of these women will get on top of the battle. Lynch, huge forearm, knocks Jade down a peg, sends her crumbling to the mat. Lynch now is gonna take advantage of this big back suplex, kips right back up, and a splash, a little leg drop there across the body of Jade. Now Becky is gonna work on the back and possibly the neck of Jade Cargill, who fights out. Both these women know how important it is, both wanting to make that Liv Morgan title reign short as can be. Huge clothesline from Jade Cargill. Jade now measuring Lynch. What could she be going for on the outside, like this springboard crossbody from Jade Cargill? You don't think of somebody Jade Cargill's size going up top like that on the top rope that often, but my goodness, if anybody can make it work, it is Jade Cargill. Got ducks under. Huge pump kick. Oh my god, huge boot to the jaw of Becky Lynch, and now Cargill. Whoa, no, Lynch back up. Lynch catches her, the disarmer. Disarmer's locked in. Cargill's struggling. She could tap out right here. But no. Jade Cargill able to get out of the hold, but she might just be done. Becky Lynch, huge moonsault. Not something you see out of Becky Lynch too often. She's pulling out all the tricks. She wants that championship match at Clash at the Castle. Becky is gonna go now. Oh, manhandle slam. There it is! Into the cover! Cargill could be done! 1, 2. Becky Lynch is advancing to Clash at the Castle. She will take on Liv Morgan. And speaking of the devil, here comes the Women's World Champion. Sorry, WWE Women's Champion. Always get those caught up. Liv Morgan ambushing Becky Lynch from behind. She wants an edge on her opponent. And these two are just gonna brawl now. Morgan, what in the world? Oh my god. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. There, Liv Morgan ambushing Becky Lynch. Oblivion takes down Lynch, who just fought a full match. Becky Lynch just got through a hellacious contest against Jade Cargill, and now the women's champion is just gonna lock in a Rings of Saturn, just tearing Becky Lynch up, looking to weaken her ahead of their match in a week or so. Oh my god. Liv Morgan wasting no time going on the attack. What in the world? Oh my god. There it is. Still need to find out what that move is called. So beautiful. But Liv Morgan is just picking apart Becky Lynch. Crossbody, and yes, that will put an end to the madness. What in the world is the women's champion thinking? After SmackDown, as promised on our last edition of NXT, here's the preview for the NXT Battleground card, our first NXT PLE. To start off, Jacy Jayne, Jada Parker, Thea Hale, Kalani Jordan, and Sol Ruka in a Fatal 5-Way. Winner advances to the NXT Women's North American title match later on in the night. Shawn Spears, Charlie Dempsey, Omos. NXT North American Championship for the men's. For the women's, Gigi Dolan will take on the winner of the opening contest Fatal 5-Way. Then we've got the NXT Tag Team Championships. Duke Hudson and Andre Chase. Chase U take on Gallus, Wolfgang, and Mark Coffey. One of these teams will be our first NXT Tag Team Champions. Blair Davenport, NXT Women's Champion, defends against Wendy Chu as we try and figure out what's going on with Wendy Chu. And in our main event, we crown an NXT Champion, Obafemi or Tony D'Angelo, after the incredible NXT title tournament. Please join us next time for NXT Battleground, and thank you for watching.